Hey everyone, it's the middle of February here in southern Ontario, and I'm going to get the bike out of the barn and get it ready to go to the Toronto Bike Show. Mosko Moto reached out to me and they needed a couple bikes to put in their display booth to display their gear at the show. So I thought, what better time to put on a different skid plate. I reached out to Corey at Camel ADV, explained where the bike was going, what was happening, and he very nicely sent me a brand new skid plate to put on my Tenere to show off some of his product at the show also. So let's go get the T7.
Some sort of pain, you caused a permanent stain, which has determined your fate. I've never seen so clear. I feel the end and it's near. The day of reckoning.
So let's open it up, see what we got. Instructions. Looks like a hardware package. Packed fairly well. Got some skid plate bolts and a third mount. I believe this mount goes on the bottom of the shock mount at the rear. And the skid. Nice Camel gut guard. Can't wait to see what it looks like on the bike. In-house, fully TIG welded. 3/16 aluminum. Heavy mounting points. On the back side, you can see the front bolts are flush, but the rear bolts are recessed in so that when you're going over rocks and stuff, it doesn't snap the top of the bolt off. The paint is missing from this mounting hole because I've already tried to test fit it before I made this video. It came from Camel, perfectly painted. The CHMW protects the front of the skid for gravel. You know, keeps your powder coating nice and shiny. And it's one piece all the way to the back, all the way to that beaver tail that supports underneath of that rear shock mount, protects it from the rocks and the elements also. I'll do a comparison here side by side of the factory Yamaha tin one, the OEM Yamaha heavy duty one, and then the Camel gut guard beside that. So here's a quick look at all three skid guards. The first one we have is the factory Yamaha one off the Tenere 700. It's lightweight, cheap from the factory obviously. It did its job for a while. It got bashed off some rocks, but there's not much coverage and it's just tin. The previous owner then put this one on, which is a factory Yamaha heavy duty skid. It's fully aluminum. Weighs, has a little bit of extra coverage here, a little higher looking than the Camel, but on this one I had to take and I had to notch this section out right here, and I notched that out so that it would fit the Outback Motortech crash bars right here. It actually has a mark there where it had rubbed still after I notched it out. Moving ahead to the Camel Adventure Products gut guard. It looks like it's gonna work out perfect here. It's just that little bit lower drop down, so I don't see there's gonna be an issue. This is nice and high. As I was saying, those welds, you can see them, they're beautiful. 3/16 aluminum, nice big heavy mounting points, and best of all, comes with this High-Fax puckboard style rear tail that goes underneath of your rear lower shock mount. The Yamaha had one, but it was quite small. Loose. This up. Front one started, back one. As in the video, we're just going to snug that right up, and then we're going to back it off just a little bit. Okay, both snugged, and now just going to back it off 2 turns. Go. Front one. All right, number 3, number 4. Hopefully we won't have to adjust those frame rails. Okay, so putting the 3rd bolt in. I had this, the 3rd one in here and couldn't get this bottom one lined up. Took it back out, tried getting this one in, could not get it in. Had to do what the video said. I loosened off these 2 bolts right here. Now with my crash bars, engine guards on, they're bolted here and here now. So I'm able to bend this out, just got a little tire lever in, I'm careful here. I'm able to get a little bit of play on that. And it was just enough to get this bottom bolt in. After looking at it a little bit more, I can see what the problem is with the other skid on there, where the bolt goes in to the nut on the mount, the bracket, it's bent up a little bit. So this bolt's just going in on a little bit of an angle. So I'm gonna test fit it like this, and then I'll probably end up taking it back off and rebending that mount so that it's a much better deal. So now I'll try putting the top one in. No problem. Goes right in like that. Take that out of there. And we'll snug this bottom one up. Hey everyone, thanks for watching, and check back often for more videos on Today We Adventure.